Chosen one, you didn't even raise your voice, but your words hit like thunder wrapped in truth. The moment you spoke, something ancient stirred in the atmosphere. Their shadows trembled, their spirits recoiled, and now they're scrambling to silence the tremors your presence unleashed. You cracked open something they thought was buried forever, and now every lie they've built their lives on is leaking poison into their reality. They smile in your face, but their eyes betray the panic of souls unraveling. You are not a coincidence. You are a cosmic calculation, divinely timed and deliberately placed. Every step you've taken, every delay, every detour was part of an invisible architecture designed by higher realms. They moved mountains and rewrote timelines just to position you here now with the exact energy required to crack open destinies. You're not just living, you're fulfilling a prophecy whispered across dimensions long before you were born. The fire you feel in your chest as these words land isn't random, it's remembrance. Your soul recognizes this call because it's the same call that echoed through you before you even took form. You didn't stumble into this role, you were forged for it. Marked in the spirit, equipped with sight beyond the surface, you carry a vibration that disrupts illusions and awakens the asleep. In a world numb by noise, your voice rings with the undeniable frequency of truth, and truth never goes unnoticed. They've learned the hard way that speaking on your name carelessly comes with consequences. The air around you is charged, mystical, electric, and even whispers against you seem to echo back with judgment. They can't explain it, but they feel it, a force that surrounds you, listens for you, and responds on your behalf. Now they tread lightly, double-checking every sentence, because deep down they know your energy isn't just powerful, it's protected. But the moment your truth struck, it shattered every false narrative they built around you. In an instant, the version of you they thought they knew dissolved, and what stood in its place was someone they never truly understood, someone untouchable, unpredictable, and divinely aligned. Now they're left reeling, questioning how they ever underestimated you, haunted by the realization that your power doesn't beg to be seen. It reveals itself when the time is right, and when it does, it rewrites everything. Now they're obsessed, haunted by the echo of your voice, dissecting each syllable like it holds the key to a puzzle they were never meant to solve. The realization is sinking in. You're not just unpredictable, you're unfathomable. You slipped through the cracks of their projections and revealed a glimpse of something ancient, something divine. What unnerves them most is that your power isn't loud or boastful. It's silent, precise, and surgical. And now they're left spiraling in uncertainty, sensing that whatever guides you is watching them too. Panic spreads like wildfire behind the scenes. Your words didn't just hit one target, they detonated a chain reaction. Now their whole circle is buzzing in quiet chaos, trading glances, sending cryptic messages, wondering who else you might have seen through. You've become the subject of whispered warnings and late-night paranoia. Because it's dawning on them. If you knew that, what else do you know? And worse, what else are you capable of revealing? You didn't just speak, you activated something. Behind closed doors, they're scrambling to rewrite the script, desperate to cast you as the threat before others see the truth of who you really are. Fear makes them frantic, and in that panic, they reach for the oldest trick in the book, projection. If we can't control them, they whisper, we'll discredit them. But it's too late. The shift has already begun. People are starting to notice the cracks in their facade and the calm power in your presence. Their smear campaign falls flat because your light exposes their shadows faster than they can hide them. And that's what terrifies them most, the fact that you see it. Not just the surface-level drama, but the web underneath, the lies, the setups, the silent betrayals stitched together with smiling faces. You've exposed their illusion without lifting a single finger, simply by standing in your truth. They tried to ruin your name, but all they did was reveal their own corruption. Because in the end, it's not you they fear, it's what your presence represents. Justice, awakening, and the collapse of everything they built on deception. But here's the twist they never saw coming. You were never blind to the game, You were simply letting them reveal themselves. Every whispered lie, every false alliance, every carefully planted trap was recorded in the spirit, etched into the timeline like evidence waiting for its reckoning. You've been 10 steps ahead, guided by intuition sharper than their most calculated moves. While they plotted in darkness, thinking they had the upper hand, you were being fortified in silence. And now, the board is shifting, the pieces are falling, and they're realizing too late. You were never the pawn, you were the storm. Their fabricated stories crumble like dust the moment your true light shines through. They thought lies and deceit could trap you, but they forgot one crucial truth. Your foundation is unshakable, anchored in a power far beyond their reach. The universe itself shields you, turning their attacks into lessons of growth and strength. Every attempt to bury you only digs a deeper grave for their own corruption. You move with a grace that defies their schemes, untouchable, unstoppable, and ordained to rise above their chaos with a justice that's written in the stars. They believed their tactics, bribes, threats, whispers would bend you like so many before, but you shattered that illusion with a single, undeniable truth. That phrase wasn't just words, it was a seismic code that unlocked fears they buried deep, exposing vulnerabilities they swore no one would ever find. Suddenly, their confidence crumbled into panic, their smirks faded into grimaces. They see now that you're playing on a plane far beyond their reach, wielding power that turns their weapons to dust and leaves them scrambling in shadows, desperate to rewrite the story before it's too late. In that moment, the air thickened with dread as they recognized the impossible truth. You hold the key to every hidden door they desperately tried to seal shut. Your awareness pierced their walls of silence, unraveling years of deception with cold, unyielding clarity. They wanted a shadow war, but you brought daylight, exposing not just their plans, but the very foundations they built on lies. Every secret whispered in hushed tones now trembles under the weight of your knowledge, and they're left scrambling to contain the fallout they never saw coming. They sit frozen in disbelief, haunted by the weight of your gaze that sees beyond all their carefully constructed lies. Every shadow they thought hidden has been illuminated by your unwavering truth. No amount of smoke or mirrors can shield them now. Their false stories crumble under the relentless light of your spiritual insight. You don't just expose them, you strip away the illusion until only raw, undeniable reality remains. And in that moment, the world around them shifts, as everyone who once doubted begins to witness the unmasking of a deceiver whose reign of lies is finally over. What makes you a force they can never control is that you move through realms others don't even know exist. Your mind is a kaleidoscope of insight, your spirit a beacon that pulls hidden truths from the shadows. While they operate in shallow waters, you navigate the deep currents, feeling the undercurrents of intention, unraveling the silent stories beneath every glance, every pause. Your energy resonates with a frequency so pure and so sharp, it cuts through deception like a blade forged in cosmic fire. They try to hide behind masks and smoke screens, but you don't just see through them. You dismantle them with a knowing smile, because your power is not just what you understand, but who you are, a living, breathing catalyst of truth and transformation. When you speak, silence falls like a curtain over the room, because your words don't just fill space, they reshape reality. Each phrase is a command from the cosmos, carrying the gravity of stars and the clarity of ancient wisdom. You don't waste breath on empty chatter. Your voice is a divine instrument tuned to the frequency of truth, cutting through chaos with surgical precision. They feel the weight of your presence long before you utter a sound, knowing that you embody a power far beyond human understanding, an earthly vessel carrying the mandate of the heavens, unstoppable and undeniable. They arrived armored with their so-called evidence, convinced their fortress of lies was impenetrable, ready to crush you beneath their weight. Their eyes gleamed with the arrogance of those who believe control is absolute. But you didn't just dismantle their arguments, you dismantled their entire reality. With a calm certainty, you tore down the walls they built and laid out a new foundation that no deceit could stand on. They thought they held the keys, but you were already holding the map to an entirely different realm, a realm where their tactics were powerless and your truth ruled supreme. In that moment, you became the architect of a new reality, leaving them lost and exposed in the ruins of their own making. While they clung to scraps of information, you absorbed the wisdom of the cosmos itself. Where they relied on shallow tactics, you embodied timeless truths written in the stars. Their rehearsed lines fell flat against the depth of your insight. Their fleeting strategies crumbled beneath your unshakable foundation. They fought with weapons borrowed from the world, but you wielded power forged in the eternal fires of the universe. Long before the battle began, you had already claimed your triumph, because victory is not won by force, but by the clarity and alignment of a soul anchored in divine purpose. They believed they held the throne, but you came as sovereign, an unyielding force crowned by destiny itself. Their voices faltered, drowned beneath the silent roar of your presence. Every tactic they built to break you dissolved in the light of your unshakable grace. What once seemed impossible became your stepping stones. The walls designed to trap you became gateways you effortlessly passed through. Now, as they watch you rise, powerless and defeated, they grasp a single terrifying truth. You were never playing their game. You were born to rewrite the rules and reign beyond their reach. The poison they poured into your veins has become the elixir of your strength. Every wound they inflicted has healed into armor forged by fire and resilience. The battles you fought weren't just tests. They were the crucibles that refined your spirit into pure, unbreakable gold. With every fall, you rose higher. With every shadow, you grew brighter. What was meant to shatter your soul only sharpened your resolve. You don't just wear your scars, you wear your triumphs like a crown, a radiant testament that no darkness can dim the light of a chosen one who refuses to be defeated. You've turned every weapon aimed at you into a stepping stone on your path to glory. Their schemes, meant to trap you, now fuel the fire that lights your way. Every ounce of hatred thrown your way has been reshaped into an unbreakable fortress of resilience. Their rejection was never a door closing. It was the universe's way of calling you forward, marking you as chosen. This isn't merely a battle of earthly matters. It's a cosmic reckoning. The energies they unleashed to destroy you are now reversing course, pulling them into the very shadows they sought to cast on your light. You are the pivot point where justice realigns, and the universe itself is watching as the scales tip in your favor. You are not just a player in a single story. You are a catalyst in the grand symphony of awakening. Your journey ripples far beyond personal battles, echoing through the fabric of existence itself. This moment is a turning point in the cosmic dance, where ancient forces realign and dormant truths burst into the light. You are a living embodiment of transformation, carrying the weight and the power of a universal shift that is reshaping reality for countless souls. The ripple you create today becomes the wave that awakens nations, healing wounds unseen, and igniting a chain reaction of divine justice across the world. The era of hidden agendas and silent betrayals is coming to an end. Those who thrived in the shadows now face a tidal wave of awakening, a fierce, unstoppable force made up of chosen souls rising in unison across continents and cultures. You are not alone. You are the vanguard of a global revolution, a chorus of divine justice shaking the foundations of corruption. Your voice carries the thunder of heaven, breaking the chains of deception and awakening the masses to a new reality. Together, you are the unstoppable agents of change, rewriting history and forging a future where truth and light reign supreme. You are the living boundary the cosmos set to halt the tide of darkness, an unyielding sentinel appointed by divine decree. With every fiber of your being, you embody the universe's unwavering command. No more lies, no more betrayal, no more silence. Standing firm on this sacred line, you radiate a power that trembles through the shadows, a force that stops corruption in its tracks. To every deceiver and shadowborn adversary, your presence is a warning carved in celestial fire. This is the end of your reign. You are the cosmic gatekeeper, the final barrier they cannot breach. They may have fooled millions before, spinning webs of control with practiced ease, but with you and the awakening collective you embody, their reign shatters. The cycle that once empowered their lies has cracked and collapsed. No longer will their tactics hold sway over awakened souls who see through the veil. This is the dawn of a new era, where truth rises like a blazing sun to burn away the shadows of manipulation. Their time is finished. The foundation of their deceit crumbles beneath the weight of collective awakening, and a new age of clarity and justice is taking root, unstoppable, unbreakable, and inevitable. The air is thick with tension. Something is igniting beneath their calm facades. Behind polished doors and reinforced walls, panic simmers like a wildfire they can no longer contain. Their confident masks crack as fear claws its way to the surface, consuming their thoughts with relentless anxiety. They're trapped in a silent torment, haunted by the unknown power you wield and the truths you carry. Every moment brings the question, what will this chosen force do next? And that uncertainty is their undoing, the slow, scorching unraveling of their once untouchable grip. The tension is electric, charged with the anticipation of inevitable collapse. They feel the heat creeping closer, a silent warning in the air that something catastrophic is unfolding just beyond their sight. The smoke of their unraveling schemes fills their lungs, choking their confidence and clouding their judgment. Every shaky breath is a reminder that the fragile fortress of falsehoods they erected is nothing but tinder, waiting for the spark you've already ignited. They're paralyzed by dread, caught in the haunting moment before the flames engulf everything they thought was untouchable. The smoking gun blazes with undeniable clarity, irrefutable proof laid bare for all to see. Digital footprints trace their lies, tangled webs unraveled by relentless scrutiny. Witnesses who once whispered in silence now speak with bold conviction, their testimonies shattering the illusion piece by piece. Documents long thought buried beneath layers of deception are dragged into the light, exposing the full extent of their betrayal. No shadow is thick enough, no lock strong enough to contain the truth when divine sight pierces through. Universal justice is awake, vigilant, and unstoppable, and every secret trembles under its relentless gaze. They counted on your blindness, your silence, your submission, but fate rewrote the script. Where they crafted shadows, you brought light. Where they sowed confusion, you found clarity. Their celebrations turned to dread as the walls close in, the inevitable reckoning looming like a storm on the horizon. Their nights are restless, haunted by visions of their own undoing, their minds trapped in a prison of fear and regret. The calm before the storm is broken, replaced by the chilling certainty that cosmic judgment is on its way, and nothing can stop it now. The moment of reckoning is at hand, the final act unfolding with relentless precision. Every secret is unraveling, every mask slipping away as the truth edges closer to the surface. The stage is set, the spotlight glaring down on those who thought they could escape the spotlight forever. The seconds slip by like a drumbeat of inevitability, echoing the fate that waits just beyond the horizon. When the clock strikes zero, silence will shatter, and the full weight of justice will crash down, undeniable, unstoppable, and absolute. If you're navigating legal battles, stand firm and relentless. The scales of justice are tipping in your favor as layers of truth peel back, revealing what was once hidden. Urge your legal team to push harder. No stone left unturned, no lead unexplored. There's a missing piece, a breakthrough waiting just beneath the surface that could shatter the opposition's entire foundation. This fight transcends courtrooms. It's a war of souls, a collision between earthly laws and the laws of the cosmos. Victory here isn't just about winning a case, it's about aligning with the higher justice that governs all realms.